Hello Taurus and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your 2026 year ahead tarot forecast for the sign of Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well, Taurus. It's where we explore key themes, energies and major turning points that might be unfolding for you in 2026. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Taurus, let's see what we have for you for the year ahead. What do we have for our lovely Taurians? Thank you, angel spirits, guides. What does Spirit want Taurus to know for Taurus's 2026 year ahead tarot reading? We're going to go through the energies month by month, and as always, it is intuitive spiritual guidance. I say what comes to me. So let's start with January. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you. Okay. Taurus, we start with the Eight of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles in February. Taurus energy. In March, we have the Fool. April, we have the Strength card. May, we have the Two of Pentacles. Beautiful to see an ace in a reading. We have the Ace of Cups in June for you. We have the Devil in July. The Hierophant in August. We have Taurian energy with the Empress in September period. October, we have the Empress, Emperor and Empress. Very powerful to see in a reading. Seven of Swords is November. And we finish the year with another ace. Right underneath the Ace of Cups as well, we have the Ace of Wands. Very exciting energy. All right, Taurus, those are your energies. Let's see what we have for you for the year of 2026 for Taurus. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups in January. It's quite a confident energy, the Eight of Cups. This person isn't looking back. So this is somebody who they're dressed in red, they're inspired, they're confident, they are creative, they are action-orientated, they know what they don't want, and they don't want the Eight of Cups anymore. This is somebody who is walking away from something that doesn't serve them because they're ready to. And that can be in any life area. You can walk away from, leave a place. Could be a work or where you live. It can be to do with a relationship. Whatever format that relationship is, we abandon it. We walk away from it. We walk towards the thing that is going to bring us greater fulfillment and happiness. The Nine of Cups comes chronologically after the Eight of Cups. But something is happening here. Now, the Eight of Cups can sometimes be just things have run their course and this isn't for me anymore. I'm not getting everything that I need or want from a situation. It's not fulfilling enough, whether it's to do with money, whether it's to do with relationship, whether it's to do with, again, could be location or place or whatever that scenario is. It could even be your own endeavor or enterprise, whatever that scenario would be. But the fundamental energy is you're ready. You're ready to go in search of something better or walk towards something better if you've got that lined up. This is leaving, walking away, abandoning, turning your back on a situation and being very clear in terms of what you're walking towards or what you're going in search of. You know what you're looking for and it looks like what you're walking away has run its course for whatever reason. I mean, sometimes we can walk away because we've been disappointed, let down, as well with this energy, but it didn't turn out to be everything that you hoped it would or was promised to you. But it's time. this is the energy here. This is somebody who is decisively walking towards something better. It's interesting with it being right under the devil, and I don't really associate those 2 months together. I don't really read like that, but I feel like I have to say for some of you, for those of you who are dealing with a person who is in need of help in some way, shape or form, you might be directing them to go and get help or to walk away from something. This card also has that meaning. Go and do this. Go and get help. Go and see this person. Walk away from this situation. This can be someone you're helping as well. So that might well be relevant for you in the month of January too. But we always have an opportunity to walk towards something better. We recognize what's not working for us, and it really hones our perspective down. Also, from what we feel is right for us, in terms of, I know this isn't right for me anymore, but I know moving in this direction will give me everything that I want. I know what I'm looking for now. And some of you might actually have somewhere to walk towards too. So however that manifests for you, it just feels like you're feeling in January, you're making some changes here and walking away from something that doesn't serve you anymore, but to somewhere better. We have in February the Six of Pentacles, very spiritual energy, the Six of Pentacles. This is somebody who is reaching out, offering you something. Can be divinely guided. It's spirit way of working through a person to bring you what you need in the month of February. So this card can be, it's your time to receive. Six of Pentacles can be someone reaching out, offering you something in money. A sum of money, jobs, opportunities. It can be a gift of money as well. Someone being kind, generous, giving because they want to. Somebody who might say, well, you do the same for me. This is that scenario here with the Six of Pentacles. It's a scenario where you might be, Spirit is bringing you what you need. From a spiritual point of view, the Six of Pentacles is very positive on that basis. It can also be sometimes advice, guidance, support when you need it. That's as valuable as gold. And if you're being given some powerful advice and guidance, with this card being in your reading in February, you're being told to really be aware and listen to what you're being told or advised in some way. This can be very powerful. The energy of the Six of Pentacles on a more practical level here, Taurus, yes, it can be about money, but it's more than that. It's about giving and receiving. One person shouldn't take more than they give. The other person shouldn't give more than they take. If you feel here in February that something is out of balance, you have an opportunity to rebalance that. You have an opportunity to set new boundaries on giving and receiving, or to reset the balance of that in all things. It can be very positive in terms of relationships. The best relationships work on mutual respect, appreciation, mutual give and take. So if you're feeling that you're giving more than you're receiving, this can be a focus of, how do I rebalance that? What do I need to do? How do I address that situation? It will be the same in terms of money. If you feel that you're giving when it's asked of you, but do you get that back? This can be also reflecting that as well in terms of what you say yes to and no to. But Six of Pentacles is a balance. Six of Pentacles is a balancing energy as well. For those of you who are potentially exchanging something here in the month of February, you might want to get a fair offer for what you're giving. So, or selling, buying, selling, so on and so forth. This can be achieving some significant fair exchange. So, like I said, it's very positive with money, but it's not limited to that. It can be really energetic in terms of value and appreciation and fulfillment and, respect. These energies are about setting those boundaries on giving and receiving, and not giving to something that you're not getting back on as well. May well be a focus for you in the month of February period. But very positive in terms of Spirit bringing you something in that you need. Generally is Spirit working through an individual, so there could well be an individual who is significant for you in the month of February. We have the Fool in March. Major Arcana, very, very big energy, because the Fool is the beginning of the Major Arcana. And it's like a blank canvas that is just waiting to be painted. This is an opportunity where you get to write your own story. So the Fool can be about a new chapter opening up for you in an area of your life, across your life. It could be a life area. And you're just ready for it. You're ready to take the leap of faith, carve out a new path to do with a new chapter yourself. It, again, can be in a particular life area or across your life. This is the energy here, Taurus. It is 0. So this is the more like an unnumbered energy, in the sense of the new is forming and the new chapter is beckoning you, and it requires just taking a leap. It requires just being ready to open that door to what's ahead, in anticipation and possibility that anything and everything is possible. This is that scenario here with the Fool. Now, we can take leaps of faith in life areas as well. The Fool is very powerful in terms of sometimes we have to move beyond what feels comfortable and just take a leap. So it might well be an experience might ask you to do that. You might be feeling that I'm just going to do it. It feels right. I'm going to just take that leap, take that chance, and I'm just going to do it. I'm going to start this new beginning. This can be very powerful. But we always have to be a little bit cautious with the Fool as well. It can caution against risk, in the sense of sometimes we have to take a risk, take a chance. You know, even though it feels a little bit uncomfortable, it can be that scenario, but it can sometimes represent, with this energy here, Taurus, just be careful in terms of when it comes out in a general reading, be fully versed in or informed as much as you can if something feels risky. That will be the energy here, is what I would advise you, as a bit of a cautionary energy with a Fool, but just very uplifting. We liberate from everything that's gone before with a Fool, and we just open a brand new chapter, brand new beginning. It is a major arcana for you, so it has a big impact on your life for certain, in whichever life area. Sometimes I want to say that there's a little bit of intrepidation, doubt, insecurities, but you can see the Fool is wide open. They are completely vulnerable. They are completely at the top of a cliff edge. You know, they're jumping from the heavens into the mortal world. This is the beginnings of something new, and that can be a little bit scary. But Spirit is telling you, yes, but, you know, the sun is shining on you. Divine light is shining on you. So the Fool doesn't fear taking that leap of faith. They'll do it. Because they're ready. They're ready to take that leap of faith and take that chance and move through a new door. And it can also represent, Spirit can sometimes give us, you know, soul connections or people who are with us, who help us on our journey, just like the dog in the picture, which can be a loyal friend. But it can also be, the dog can also represent that you're not making this new journey alone, that Spirit is with you every step of the way. So it's a lovely energy with the Fool card of, there could all be a big chapter in your life opening up here, Taurus, and you're just ready for it. And you can liberate from whatever's gone before and just start. I don't know why I was saying the 4. We have the Strength card. I think I was looking at the Emperor with number 4. We have the Strength card in April. So you are strong enough. Whatever is happening in April, this is about when you have strength. You're being told that from God, Spirit, the universe. This is a time of you to connect to your inner power, your soul power. It comes from within. To face what needs to be faced, deal with it, overcome it. You absolutely have that within you to overcome something and bring positive change. Does it require courage, strength, determination, resoluteness? Yes. But do you have it in spades in the month of April? Yes. whatever you are facing is not bigger than your power to overcome it. And that's what I always say with Strength card. So if you're facing something, dealing with something that needs to be looked at, you're absolutely in your power to face it, deal with it, and overcome it, is the sign here. It can also be to do with our own internal energies as well here, Taurus. Needing to be truly honest with ourselves, looking at our own insecurities, challenges, obstacles, comfort zones, however that would be for you. And this is that sense of, okay, I need to connect to my higher self and be truly honest with myself, what I want. And not let those inner insecurities, doubts, fears hold you back from doing what you feel is right. We can face things within, deal with them and overcome them and bring positive change and growth in our situation as well. So this is also about, don't let that internal energy stop you from growth, from moving forward, from doing what you want to do. Yes, it takes a little bit of courage, but you absolutely have that unlimited, like the infinity sign. It is unlimited to you. When the Strength card comes out, it can also signal, I don't always say this, but it can also signal pets. Can be a cat, obviously, but maybe not a lion, but it can be to do with, a cat or pets of some kind may well be significant for you for the month of April. We connect to our higher selves with the Strength. We don't let our ego play a part. We don't also let pride get in the way. So it might well be there's something significant that needs to be faced and looked at. And also, again, from a position of strength, we also have the power to say no. So again, if you've been giving, again, following on from these energies, if you've been giving and you're not feeling that you've received back, and this might well be a scenario where you are in your strength and say, no, I'm not doing that anymore. We have to kind of reset our boundaries in some way. This can be that scenario where you might do that in April. We have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is an adaptability energy. So it might well be here, Taurus, you might feel that you're overwhelmed. This can be a scenario here where you might feel like you're doing everything. You feel that you're juggling everything in life. This person dances and juggles at the same time, as you can see in the card. And for a short period of time, that's fine, but we can't go on indefinitely like that. So when we're feeling overwhelmed, we kind of feel, I'm trying to do everything here, and I'm trying to just maintain balance in all things. But it's not necessarily easy. It can be when we feel overwhelmed and we've got a lot going on. If it's to do with responsibilities, where you feel that you're doing everything, you feel that you're juggling everything, and other people aren't stepping up, this can be a scenario here of you might be resetting some boundaries here. And again, it could tie back into that Strength card in April period, but not limited to that. It can be about also not doing everything on your own if you need help. A burden shared is a burden halved. So this might well be that sign here where you have an opportunity to deal with a situation, focus on a situation that has been overwhelming, and then get to prioritize what's important or ask for help if you need it. This can be that scenario here. It can be in a work situation, but it can also be in life. If you're feeling that you've got a lot on, is there any way that I can share this burden out? You don't have to do everything on your own, can be the Two of Pentacles here. The energy of the Two of Pentacles, it can also represent moving from what was to what will be, and just being at that stage where you're trying to, juggle both areas. This is that scenario here, though, that it's well within your capability to do that. You just might be in a situation where things are in flux and you're managing it. You're trying to kind of juggle the situation, juggle different life areas, but doing it well, with the Two of Pentacles is the scenario. But it can also represent, like I said, moving from A to B and just being in the midst of that too. This can be quite a powerful, just a high energy month for you. I also want to say here, Taurus, the Two of Pentacles. Sometimes we have to go back and forth on a situation. So if it's to do with buying something, selling something, moving between two parties or more even, say if you're dealing with a situation where there's maybe you and one other side, or even multiple sides even, it doesn't really matter. This can be that scenario of going back and forth until you get to where you want to be. So you might just be maneuvering a situation in a way that suits you. Can be money, but it's not limited to that, or property, or things that are practical. You could be just very cleverly, just going back and forth on a situation until you land on the pinnacle, land on where you want to be. This can be quite a good maneuverability energy as well, a flexible energy, but very maneuverable in terms of skillfully kind of working between you and another side, or you and other sides, for example, until you get to where you want to be. This would be that scenario here. So you might be maneuvering something here and it works for you. You're making it happen if that's the case. It takes a little bit of effort, and again, there is that sense of being a bit overwhelmed, but it's well within your capability to do that until you get to where you want to be. So very positive on that basis. I mean, Two of Pentacles can also be about deciding between two paths, two choices, two opportunities. That might also be presented to you, two places to live. Where you put down roots, what is the most stable and solid option for you. This can be the scenario here of where you might be just making some significant decision as well. Again, if you don't know which way to go, you might want to ask some advice here. This can be that scenario. You don't have to make your mind up on your own if you're a little stuck in terms of which way to go. Beautiful energy here, Taurus, in June period. Always nice to see an ace. You've got two aces in your yearly 2026 tarot reading. So very nice to see indeed. The Ace of Cups is beautiful. It's spiritual. It's always, I describe, there's divine influence in our life with the direct divine influence in our life with the aces. And this is the cup of joy, the cup of happiness, a new beginning, emotional renewal and rebirth. So this might well be just a very positive month for you, where you're feeling that sense of new joy, new happiness, the heart opening up to a new beginning, and can be just for you, yourself, open to a new journey. Lovely on that basis. And again, whatever's going on with the Two of Pentacles in May time, you might be very happy with the outcome as well. So it can be linked with that sense of new joy as well. But this can be a sign of your heart opening up to receive. Some of you might well be opening up to new love, next level love, renewed love. It can be in romance, but it's not limited to that. It can be with a friendship, a soul connection, family member, somebody who is connected to your heart, or somebody new. This can be that scenario here. The Ace of Cups can be very positive in terms of new bonds. So new pets, a new friendship might bloom. This is available to you. I also always describe the Ace of Cups, if it's not to do with love areas, though it is a powerful energy of self-love, it can be to do with creativity, letting that creative side up and out. You're ready for it. You're ready to explore your creative potential and put it into action. So publishing, writing, arts, entertainment, media, YouTube even, a creator channel. It can be, art, being an artist, sculpting, crafts. You understand what I'm saying? So there's levels to this, but it's doing something that brings you new joy, new happiness, something that really you get something out of, you enjoy doing, your heart's in it. This can be that scenario here for you where there's new joy and happiness. And even if you're moving on from what was to what will be in terms of, for example, jobs, business opportunities, home property, this is where you're settled in June. You're feeling, yeah, I'm happy. The heart is opening up to that new beginning and you're finding new joy in life. Beautiful energy. The additional message I want to say with the Ace of Cups, it can also be linked with pregnancy for those of you that applies to. So very positive on that basis too. Is what I see for you. We come into July and we have the devil. So the devil, Taurus, represents, a lot of the time it can represent lower vibrational energy. It can be within ourselves. It can be with a person, place, people, a situation as well. So within ourselves, the devil can be doing something that's unhealthy for us, but we get something out of it. It can be addiction, indulgence, something that might satisfy us. It's I can't remember the word, satiable energy, but not serving our highest good. So it can be linked with indulgence, addiction, a vice, classic vices. But there's something that we get out of it. There's something that we enjoy. This can be even a behavioral pattern that doesn't serve our highest good, and we want to change that. So it might not be there's a focus here for you to break free of maybe some kind of habit, behavioral pattern, something that's unhealthy. Could be lifestyle changes. I mean, there's levels to this, but this might well be for you here in terms of you might be making some positive changes within yourself, taking care of yourself, showing yourself love in June, and realizing that something has to change by July, to embrace this kind of new path of joy. I need to deal with this. So this might well be a focus for you. And there's levels to the devil energy, but it's always based in ego. It's always based in our wants, and we feel we need it. But the reality of the devil is we give power to the devil. The devil doesn't really have power over us unless we allow it. So this can be dealing with that devil within sometimes. Now, the devil can also be without. Again, it can be, I sometimes describe as a boss from hell, a neighbor from hell, a landlord from hell. You can talk about being attracted to someone, passionate, but knowing it's not for your highest good, codependency, physical desire, but knowing it's not for your highest good. So this can be to do with whatever life area, however that manifests for you. It could be someone who is close to you, has an addiction problem, has a vice, has a behavioral pattern that doesn't serve your highest good. I mean, shopping, gambling, drinking, and so on and so forth. Greed. It can be to do with jealous behavior, obsessive behavior, power struggles, ego-based behavior, somebody who gives into temptation easily, undermining behavior, critical behavior. I mean, call it what you will, whatever behavioral pattern it is. This is the scenario where it might be a focus for you to bring change to your situation in July. And it just feels because you're entering a period in June of self-love, certainly. And this is the scenario then when we reflect, what's for me, what's not for me, how do I bring change to my circumstances by showing myself love and dealing with this? Whether it's to do with your external circumstances or internal. I think this is a focus for you. You might also be tempted because the devil energy can also be being tempted back into a way of being. So someone, a party, place, person might tempt you back into a way of being. And this can be about resisting temptation, a focus on self-love, like I said, in June. And it might well be that there could also be some temptation that is presented to you in July. And again, connecting to your higher self. You've got some real kind of power cards in your reading. We have, the Hierophant, we have the Empress, we have the Emperor, we have the Strength card, we have the Aces. These are all kind of power points for you, and you've got quite a lot of them in 2026. So there's a real opportunity for you to embrace the year of change and understanding what's for you, what's not for you, self-love, opening up to, new things that can grow into something, and walking away from things that don't serve you anymore just seem to be a bit of a focus up until this point. We move into the month of August, and we have your card. It is your major arcana, the Hierophant. The Hierophant can actually be to do with hierarchy. It can represent here, Taurus, where you can see this person is standing above the people who are kneeling on the floor beneath them. They are a teacher, they are a mentor, they are in an elevated position because they have seniority in life. This is the scenario here of you might be in a position here where you are elevating your position or stepping into a new position in life, however that manifests for you, whether it's personal. Again, this can be very positive in terms of, marriage, deepening a commitment, a relationship, traditional institutions of other kinds. So there could be progress within that as well in terms of furthering yourself in some way on a traditional path. This can be that scenario here where you might be stepping into a position of a higher position of power. You might also be somebody who a person might go to, and you might be guiding them. This can happen for you in the month of August. The same thing could be happening reversely for you. So you might be connecting with a mentor, a teacher, a holy person who can guide you. Especially, again, with the previous month, you need some help, guidance, support, showing the way, talking things through. It can represent leaning on your spiritual faith, discovering your faith, higher power at work in your life, answered prayers. These are beautiful energies for you to experience in the month of August period. I also want to say here, Taurus, like I talked about traditional institutions, the Hierophant can represent deepening a relationship, a commitment in terms of the next traditional step. So this can represent marriage, deepening a commitment, moving in together, having children, adoption. It's the next traditional step on a journey, personally, romantically. It can also be very powerful in terms of reconnecting to the family institution or furthering yourself some way to do with family, education, religion, hospitals, universities, police, legal institutions, health institutions, governmental institutions. So you might have dealings here. It's generally quite a favourable sign if you do. That, things are going in your favour if that's the case. Higher power at work, answered prayers. Spirit might be working through someone to bring you what you need. So this can be the energy here of very spiritual point, but it can be to do with, if you need help, ask for it. It can be linked with things like higher power at work, answered prayers, spirit helping you and supporting you in some way. It can be through a specific person who you can be connecting to here as well. Taurus. We have Venus in Taurus here with the Empress, so this is a great sign for you. We have this right next to the Emperor. So these energies here, Taurus, again, right next to the Hierophant. The Emperor and the Empress are meant to be together, certainly as a couple. This is a power couple. So this might well be you. There is a powerful sign here that there may well be an important relationship with you. You could be, again, renewing one, deepening one, starting one, and taking that step further. But these two people are absolutely connected. And they've lived, these people have lived. They have grown, they have evolved through life. So they absolutely know what they're looking for if it's to do with newer love. Or you might have grown together. You might be supporting each other. The Empress is the birth of the new, very inspiring, very kind. She represents beauty, abundance, love, kindness, nurturing, nourishing energy. So this is the energy of the Empress. Can be also a mother figure, whether that's you or you're dealing with parents as well. This might well be a focus for you. And the Emperor, male energy. So the Emperor is somebody who is go-getting, takes the initiative, can be a little bit controlling, but the Empress knows how to deal with the Emperor. And it might well be here if you're connecting to parents in some way or need advice from parents in some way. I mean, this can be that scenario of, oh, don't worry, I know what we need to do. I'll deal with it. I'll talk to them. This can be that conversation that you might be having, or someone's having with you, or you're having with the Empress. And generally the Empress is very good in terms of handling things, and she's a kind of softly, but very powerful and very equal to the Emperor in terms of power and stature and self-worth and self-love, and somebody who can stand their ground. So a quiet power and a very open and outward power with the Emperor. The two very go hand in hand. But it might well be here that there's the focus on parents, becoming a parent. If it's not to do with parents, it can be to do with, like I said, a significant relationship that really has the opportunity to deepen, is what I'm seeing for you here. I mean, we've got the Hierophant, the Empress, and the Emperor here, really in a row. This can be about really putting down roots, me feeling that you've met the right person, or moving to the next traditional step, whatever your life stage is in a relationship. There could well be choices to do with parents. And again, what that would look like. So these are the energies here for you come September and October time here. These can be the very powerful energies of that here, Taurus. Just a very powerful focus in terms of relationship, a power couple, can be a power partnership as well. Two people who complement each other extremely well in terms of business. But can be parents as well, and a focus on parents. So this is what I see for you over those 2 months. Certainly, again, with these two energies being connected. Now, they're not necessarily. So let's go through, take that on board, but let's go through the energies of the Empress. Because I do like this for you, because it is Venus in Taurus. So it has a real standalone meaning for you as well. Because this is likely you. We have two cards, two of your major arcana side by side. We have Venus in Taurus, something about blossoming here, a real sense of coming into your own, a great sense of your own identity, self-love, self-worth, self-care, taking care of you. The Empress is somebody who really likes to surround herself with people, situations that will grow, that bring positive influences, stabilizing influences, but she really won't tolerate things that don't. So there could well be that scenario here where you are in your power in terms of you have that identity of what you stand for, what you're looking for, self-love first and foremost, knowing who and what matters, but also what doesn't. This is the energy of really feeling that focus on positive things in your life and what brings that, and also what doesn't, because the Empress understands how to surround herself by an environment that brings growth and potential, promise. The Empress can be a very positive sign in terms of pregnancy. So we there are signs in the reading here, in your yearly 2026 reading, that can represent pregnancies. So again, can be a very positive sign of motherhood, becoming a mother, pregnancy. Again, can be to do with a mother figure with the Empress energy, which we've gone into as well. But the Empress is also the birth of the new. She's very good in terms of new, next level, renewed even, love. So it might apply to you here, especially with the Ace of Cups coming out in your reading. The energy of the Empress is also very creative. She has the power to create the new, not just in terms of pregnancy, but give birth to new things. So she can represent new initiatives, new money avenues might come to you, new abundance might come to you. You might be deciding to start new things as well. Again, letting your creative side up and out, carrying on from what I was saying with the Ace of Cups in June. This is a very powerful time, and cultivating, nourishing, tendering something that could really grow into something. The beginnings of something new manifesting here is for you. You might feel it's just time to cultivate the new here, whichever life area applies to you. And there is such an energy of something beginning to blossom with this, but also you in your own energy, you're feeling that sense of beauty, self-love, self-worth, self-appreciation. As a sign in terms of health, the Empress is also very healthy. So for those of you who have been through periods of health or are nurturing somebody back to health, this is a very positive sign of health returning, with the Empress energy too. Beautiful, beautiful card. We move to October, Taurus, and we have the Emperor. More masculine energy with the Emperor. This is action, confidence, assertion, outward focused in terms of achievement, what you want to achieve, what you want to put your time and energy into, what you want to make happen. It's go-getting energy, taking the initiative, taking charge, taking control of situations that need to be taken control of as well. Stamping your authority, making decisions, taking authority in situations as well, and taking charge can be your energy here for the month of October. Now, the Emperor as a person can be a key decision maker as well. So again, if this isn't about a relationship, they are individual months. The Emperor can represent somebody who might be very favorable for you, who might be influential in making a big decision for you. So can be a judge, arbitration, a government, somebody who represents the establishment, the government, can be legal, like I said, can be a CEO, MD, or somebody who commands influence in terms of business. So you might be getting some favorable decision in from an Emperor in October. I also want to say this is somebody who's very good in terms of giving stamps of approval as well. So if you're waiting for approvals, again, establishments, this will be a very positive sign of the go-ahead from an official. So, this would even be the kind of same thing as, planning, big planning permission, or you understand the energies here. This is somebody who gives the final decision. It's the final go-ahead. They are in a significant position of authority to do that. This is the energy here. We have the energy of the Seven of Swords in November. So Seven of Swords is always can be linked with a little bit of deception, but it's not limited to that. It's a scenario a lot of the time of deep down we know what we need to do. And it might well be here, Taurus, you are your own person. Trust your own counsel. It's also advice to keep your own counsel as well, and don't share whatever you're doing in November with others because it doesn't serve you. So this can be very powerful in terms of if you're doing something below the radar, you are doing something quietly, behind the scenes. This is about keep your own counsel. It serves you to do that because what you're doing is the right thing for you. So yeah, this can be a scenario of just how you're taking action, you what you need to do, but just keep it on the lowdown, so to speak. The Seven of Swords can also be to do with deception of any kind. It can be lies. I mean, there's levels to this. Sometimes it can be someone who's not been above board, so it can be a bit of a warning sign for November. It can be somebody who has their own agenda. They might not be telling you everything that they should. They might not be disclosing everything that they should. It can represent someone experiencing deception on some level that isn't fair for you or right for you. Stealing, lies, betrayal, levels to this with the Seven of Swords. But it's a focus for you. So clearly Spirit is bringing it up in your reading for a reason. So that's what I see for you here, Taurus, for the month of November. But like I said, a lot of the time, the Seven of Swords is when we just act in the way we feel we should, and we sometimes keep things quietly to ourselves because it doesn't really serve us to bring it out into the open right now. You might be just quietly planning something, doing something, setting something up, and it's the right way to do it, is what you're being told. Because we end with December on a very powerful month. And it's very nice because December moves into the new year. So the Ace of Wands does mark a new beginning. Exciting new beginning, though. This is when you're all fired up. Something new is opening up for you and you're really excited about it. This is your passion, your drive, you're connected to it, your heart and soul. Something that is really lighting you up, enthusiastic, excited. Why? Because this new beginning has growth. It has potential. It holds creativity. It holds passion. It is the spark of something new. Can be in business, new opportunity. Very positive in terms of jobs, business opportunities, new career paths. But not limited to that. It can be aligning with a new path that you're ready to move down, something that you feel has tremendous potential and you're ready for it, depending on what stage of life you're at. I'm ready for the new. Some of you might even been setting this up behind the scenes, being ready to open up the new path at the right time when it's presented to you. So this is that scenario here where the new is opening up in December and you're just ready for it. So it's very good in business. It's also very good in terms of starting new things as well. Very positive, again, when we talk about the Empress in terms of creating new things. Again, the Ace of Wands is that sense of it's happening, you know, it's starting. So these energies can be linked, but they're not necessarily. You might be starting your own initiative, project, endeavor, enterprise, business. Again, very creative, very connected to your passion, your heart and soul. Very positive on that basis. It's also very positive in terms of passion. New, next level, however this manifests for you. Lovely in terms of relationship energies. Something exciting being presented or happening or you're ready for. Just lovely. I always describe the Ace of Wands as well as, you know, when you sometimes have an affinity with a place, a state, a county, a town, however that manifests for you, and you've always wanted to move there because you just have a soul connection, a spiritual connection to that place. This can be the time to do that. So it's the exciting door being presented to you. Something might come available or something can be presented to you, and it's Spirit's way of saying, it's here. Do you want it? Something exciting that you're really enthusiastic about and you're thinking, oh, yeah, this may well be for me. So you might not necessarily be fully expecting it, but it can just suddenly be presented to you and you're thinking, do I go for it? It will be the same in terms of career, life areas, however that manifests for you, but very good in terms of passion in relationships, very positive in terms of like I said, business, career, or even next level life areas in terms of starting on a brand new journey full of potential. I can finally do the thing that I've always wanted to do. Same kind of thing here, Taurus. So that however that manifests for you, the new beginning is presented to you in December period. So Taurus, let's see what we have for you. I'm going to pull some additional cards. We're going to start with the Archangel Michael deck and see what we have for you. And it's messages that you might need to hear at certain points throughout 2026. So just be aware of that. It's generally these messages come out to help guide you when you might look back at the reading and think, what did that oracle card say? And it might well be just the message that you need to hear at the right time. So let's see what we have for you. It doesn't necessarily mean that these messages will mean something to you right now, but they will mean something to you at points in 2026. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you. Message for Taurus. There's a real significant shift in your energy, your path this year, moving away from things that don't serve you, and certainly being very clear in terms of what does. I think that you are kind of honing that down, but a lot of new energy is opening up here. So we have your Archangel Michael message. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. Thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. That is your first message. Let's pull you a fortune card. What do we have for Taurus? Angel, spirits, guides. What do we need to know for Taurus? Fortunes for Taurus 2026. We have celebrations, number 5. You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. Isn't that lovely? You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you. Angel, spirits, guides, message for Taurus. Let's pull you a spirit animal oracle message. We have eagle, mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So the sign of the eagle may well be particularly relevant for you for 2026 as a sign, a symbol, an icon. However it comes to you, you might just be reminded of it throughout 2026. It could be a sign for you here. Now, the eagle, when it appears in a reading, as I always say, is a sign of spirit. So it gives the reading an extra oomph in terms of you're being watched over. It's also about higher clarity. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have for you. I'm going to finish off with a final message from Spirit. So what does Taurus need to hear? Thank you. From Spirit as a final message for Taurus's 2026 yearly tarot reading. What do we have for Taurus? We have embraced the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. Taurus, that's what I have for you as your 2026 yearly tarot reading. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful 2026 Taurus, some beautiful energies in your reading for the year ahead, and I will see you next time.